See, what folks doing now is selective politicking. Back in the days, some of y'all fathers, y'all uncles, y'all cousins, y'all big homies, y'all close friends was once a Diddy or a R Kelly. The same ones that used to get in the nice painted cars with rims and circle the high schools. They was on the same stuff, right? Diddy and R Kelly type of stuff, right? But y'all gave them a pass, though.
Hey, T, what up? Hey, T, what up?
Ooh, that's how they get at me. This shit is happening. Can't believe that shit happening.
Drama time.
Ooh, they done came at a nigga backwards. Post shit on IG. Sneak dissing they caps. Ooh, that's how they get at me. Can't believe this shit happened. I used to be down bad on my dick, trying to get rich and make this shit happen. Ooh, that's how they get at me.
What's up, joint downs? Y'all already know the deal, man. Y'all tuned in to Grape Street TV. It's been a minute. Yeah, we back. So if you ain't hit that like and that subscribe button yet, that's what you need to be doing. But if not, y'all already know the deal with me, man. I'm gonna bust y'all across y'all head with some knowledge every time, man, straight up. And make sure y'all hit that bell for all notifications. So when I drop these reactions right here, they pop up on your timeline like the chicken pox. Boop, 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 boop. Y'all already know the deal with me, man. Listen, now that I got y'all attention, we finna break this reaction down to the very last compound. So y'all see the title and y'all know what it is. And salute the real and shout out to those that still been sticking with me and staying down while I took this little break. So wasn't a little break, it was a long break. Sometimes you gotta take breaks and get yourself where you need to be in life. And that's facts. So y'all know we gonna jump right to it. We ain't gonna waste no time. So it's like, y'all remember coming up back in the days when you was like junior high and high school days, when you was really paying attention to what was going on. You had older cats that was going around, you know, getting fresh, getting dressed, buying their buds, washing their cars, cleaning their rims. They did all that type of stuff to do what? To circle around the high schools and try to pick up on the young girls. And these dudes was like over the age of 18. Some of them was in their late 20s and early 30s. So you gotta make it make sense. So now it's like the game changed. Like the generations got older and it's like folks from my generation and people see stuff clearly. But a lot of people doing selective politicking, like they quick to point out the Diddy's, the R Kellys, but they never held their own folks accountable for what they was going around doing, you know, Diddy and R Kelly type stuff. Some of them got dressed, and I know y'all remember, if they didn't have a car, they was buying their bud, they was standing out on the corners while the kids was walking from school. So you never know a person's motive. If a grown man could sit at home, get dressed, and plan his day off, clean his car rims to go circle to school and look for, you know, an underage girl. And if they looking for an underage girl, you never know what they minding. They could be going for an underage boy. So there's Diddy's and R Kelly's everywhere. So you just never know who you dealing with and what you dealing with. But at the end of the day, back in them days, it was a lot of like older cats like hawking the young girls down, buying them tennis shoes, you know, buying them food, giving them lunch money, stuff like that. To me, that was like real suspect. And I never really respected that type of stuff when I seen like the older cats chasing the young girls. You know, maybe they homies or they close friends' daughters. They was preying on them, like trying to buy them stuff, will them in, and then go do who know what with an underage, you know, child. Like, so at the end of the day, you gotta make it make sense. You can't do selective politicking when it comes to stuff like this. If you're gonna point the finger and everybody know it's bad, you gotta ask yourself, would you do it? Would you get dressed, clean your car, clean your rims to circle a high school when you got a world full of grown women? I just want to touch this topic because I see a lot of folks Diddy this, Diddy that, Diddy this, Diddy that. What you need to do is think back in them situations and them folks you had in your life that was older cats doing what I'm telling you. You should have Diddy this and Diddy that too. And that's facts. So like the years I'm really like speaking on is like, for me, that I could experience, it was like in the 90s. In the 90s, you seen a lot of older cats preying on the young girls. And a lot of folks went down in different communities. I'm speaking for like just the whole culture in one. Like, especially when it comes to the gang culture, because we all seen it in those type of communities. Whether you was black or brown, it was happening. And don't get me wrong, it happens today, but in different shapes and forms. It's different ways these folks are doing it, and they more sneaky with it because they know it's not accepted. Back in the days, a lot of people didn't know no better, so these older cats was manipulating girls on everything, probably preying on their own daughter friends, which is the cold part about it. That's why, like, back in the days, it was a lot of girls having babies young, and then a lot of them had babies by older men. And some of the mothers was accepting it. It fits the category of what was going on with the R. Kelly situation. How they said some of the parents knew or people was getting paid. It's like the same thing. Like back in the days, long as a dude had a little money, some of the mothers accepted it. They'll let them come in and out of their house. Like a grown man come in their house because they probably breaking them off, giving them a little bread, buying some groceries, paying a few bills, you know, throwing some crumbs at them. And it's sad to say, but that's like a lot of parents was, you know, auctioning off their daughters to men that had money back in the days because, you know, it was going to help them in their household. So you can't just blame the underage child because at the end of the day, the underage person is, you know, experiencing life, getting manipulated. The parents, you know better. You should know that if I got a daughter, my daughter's not going to be with no grown man. I don't care what the situation is. But some people don't look at it like that. Like I said, back in the days, it was like a different vibe, you know? Life was catching up with everybody. Everybody was living, learning, and life elevated. Like a lot of shit changed, like far as the vehicles, the price of living. You know, back then it was like cheap. People was hustling, selling $5 rocks, but it was adding up. You can't nickel and dime hustle now. You gotta really be out here busting moves. You gotta make it make sense, man. Like some folks, they only pay attention to the negativity that goes on the internet because that's what gets the most traction. But at the end of the day, all I'm trying to say is hold everybody accountable for what they do, especially when it comes to those type of situations. Should no older dude be out here trying to be with a young girl, especially an underage girl? That's crazy. Back in the days, it was unacceptable, but some people flew under the radar, or some people were scared of certain people and didn't do nothing, or they need them, they was getting bird fed. But everybody knows that's a big no-go in all cultures. And to this day, it's still unacceptable. It's still a big no-go. But everybody selective politicking. So if you want to make something make sense, make that make sense. How you gave the folks in your past a pass at doing Diddy and R. Kelly type of stuff. That's facts. Make it make sense for yourself. Pay attention. Because we all raising kids and you don't know if you're going to have a daughter one day. What goes around comes around in different shapes and forms. But I feel like should no man on earth be preying on a young girl, a minor. But it seemed like it catch up to the celebrities and the people that got money first because people be money hungry. But look at all the secrets that's coming out behind that Diddy stuff. It's going to take a lot of folks down. It's facts. But like they say, what's done in the dark gonna come to the light. God don't like ugly. So karma coming back, and it's crazy to see how many of them individuals was involved in that type of stuff, that type of activity. But we ain't gonna take up too much time, because we just back, first video back, and y'all already know the deal. If you ain't hit that like or that subscribe button yet, that's what you need to be doing. But if not, y'all already know the deal with me, man. I'm gonna bust y'all across y'all head with some knowledge every time, man, straight up. And make sure y'all hit that bell for all notifications. So when I drop these reactions right here, they pop up on your timeline like the chicken pox. Boop, 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 boop. Y'all already know the deal with me, man. Listen, tap in.
See what I mean? See what I
Oh, that's how they get at me. This shit is happening. Can't believe that shit happening.
Drama time.
Ooh, they done came at a nigga backwards. Post shit on IG, sneak dissing they caps. Ooh, that's how they get at me. Can't believe this shit happened. I used to be down bad on my dick, trying to get rich and make this shit happen. Ooh, that's how they get at me.